Today, let's move away from the usual wired earphones and focus on wired earphones instead, which is specifically designed with gaming in mind. And I'm actually talking about the PLEXTONE G20 MK-III wired gaming earphones, which, thanks to PLEXTONE for sending me to actually do a proper testing and review. Hi everyone, this is Johnny here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So basically, my channel actually focuses on testing and reviewing budget and affordable wireless earbuds to help you to decide before you hit the buy button. So without further ado, let's get into today's content. Now, even though this is actually the first time I'm reviewing a pair of wired earphones for gaming, but I will still be actually very thorough in my review so that it can actually help you to decide. Now, the PLEXTONE G20 MK-III, which I'm actually just going to call them G20 MK-III from now on, retails for around $12 on Shopee Singapore. I think right now it's going for around 11, alright, 11 USD. It comes in 3 colors. It has, if I'm not wrong, I think red, black and green. Now the one I have, which you can see me wearing it right now, sent to me by PLEXTONE, is actually green in color. So do check out the details in the description below if you wish to check it out, and don't forget to use my promo code, which is here. So I've been testing the G20 MK-III for about 2 weeks now as my daily driver for not only gaming but for music, for videos, etc, etc. So before you go out and hit that buy button, here are the top 3 things you should consider first. And towards the end of the video, I will include several audio tracks to demonstrate the microphone quality of the G20 MK-III. And if you missed the unboxing of these earphones, do check out the link here and come back to this video again. Now let's start off with some basic features of this G20 MK-III. Firstly, the wire you see here, this is the original wire. The length is about 110 centimeter, but if you feel that is not long enough, they also included an extension cable, which will actually allow the cable to go up to around 2 meters or 200 centimeters. Now, the weight of the earbuds are pretty light. There's around 6 grams each. There is actually a dedicated control panel, you can see here, which is around 22 centimeters away from the earphones. And it also, of course, comes with a built-in mic in the control panel. Now, within the wires, there is actually what PLEXTONE call it as double shielding, a double layer of protection around the wires which are meant for microphones, and this is actually to prevent things such as cross-talking and current noise and white noises, especially during gaming. So let's talk about the first major thing to consider, and that is actually sound quality. Now, PLEXTONE mentioned that they added an additional 15% boost to local frequency bass over the previous generation. PLEXTONE mentioned that the earphones, the drivers, they have a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz. The sound impedance is 16 and the sensitivity is 103 decibel with a range of 1.5 decibel. The total harmonic distortion, or THD, is less than 0.1%. Now, enough of all this kind of big bombastic words, and let's focus on how it actually translates to real life performance. So on my own testing, I feel that the G20 MK-III is okay for general usage such as movies, YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, music, etc, etc, as it packs some punches in the bass department, especially the deeper lower bass. Though I must say that if you're watching videos with a lot of talking or you're listening to audiobooks, voices tend to sound beefier, like they have an additional layer of bass attached to it. So to demonstrate how voices sound like with and without the G20, here are a few audio clips to demonstrate that. What's up guys, Johnny here, and as the title suggests, this episode is all about how to choose the best wireless earbuds for under $10. Now, there are hundreds. What's up guys, Johnny here, and as the title suggests, this episode is all about how to choose the best wireless earbuds for under $10. Now, there are hundreds. When it comes to gaming, this is where the G20 MK-III really shines. Now, the 15% boost to local frequency bass really makes in-game sound pops. And you will actually be able to hear lower sounds or lower frequency sounds, which I was actually unable to hear on other earphones and headphones. This is actually very important, especially if you're playing first shooter games, such as like Counter-Strike, you're playing PUBG, you're playing other kinds of games like Free Fire, etc. It's very important that you're actually able to hear all these kind of lower frequency sounds. And not only that, but the G20 MK-III, it actually also amplifies footsteps, which is crucial in this type of games. So to demonstrate how in-game sounds like, here are how the sounds will sound like with and without the G20 MK-III. So now let's move on to the second major thing to consider, and that is the day-to-day functionality and comfort. Connecting the G20 MK-III to a PC or laptop or mobile phone is pretty straightforward. All you need to do is to connect this headphone jack, you see here, straight into your PC or laptop or mobile phone. Now, PLEXTONE also included an additional audio and microphone split cable, it's a splitter cable. If your PC or laptop has a separate headphone jack for microphone and audio, it's a really nice touch here. But of course, for some of you here who owns mobile phones or smartphones which doesn't have any headphone jack, unfortunately, PLEXTONE did not include that, so you will actually need to get your own lightning adapter for iPhones or a USB Type-C adapter for Android phones. For comfort, I would say that once you put the earphones on, it's easy to forget you have them on because they're so weightless. Only to be reminded by this control panel which is dangling just below you, especially if you move your heads around, you will feel something swinging below. The cables are flat, as you can see here. They're not rounded, they're actually flat. And of course, near both ends of the wire, you see here, this is near the end of the 3.5mm headphone jack. There is an additional rubber wrapping. So this is actually to prevent the wires from being damaged from over bending. Especially some of us, we tend to bend the wires at a very acute angle. Yeah, so it actually prevents the wrapping from being damaged. Same goes for the earphones. You see that at the end of the wire here connecting to the earphones, there is an additional rubber wrapping here. Not just the wire one, but there's an additional wrapping here. So this same feature, same function as the one that is near the headphone jack. It's to prevent over bending of the wire, which usually leads to wire failure. And this is, if I'm not wrong, this is one of the top reasons for wired earphones to actually malfunction. They just stop working because of all this kind of over bending of the wire itself, especially near the ends. Another thing to mention is that the back of the earphones, they are actually magnetized. So let me see here, let me show you. Hear that? Put it here. Okay. It has a very satisfying click, okay, once you snap them back together. Right, so let me put it back. The thing is, all this very simple implementation, it actually improves one thing, and that is actually cable management, which also prevents unnecessary, wire dangling, and it also reduces damages to the wire and cable. Now, the G20 MK-III earphones, they actually do not trap heat, so I actually do not feel any ear fatigues even if I wear them for long hours, be it a long gaming sessions or even a movie marathon. In terms of controls, the G20 comes pre-installed with the following controls, namely 1 press for pause and play, 2 press for next song, 3 presses for previous song. Now for phone calls, it's pretty simple. It's 1 press to answer the phone call and then another press to end the call. If you want to reject the call, it's just a short press of 1 second. But do take note that these controls, they only work with smartphone and mobile phones. It actually doesn't, the multifunctional button do not work when it's connected to a PC or is connected to a laptop. The multifunctional button is very responsive. It actually gives a very satisfying click sound when pressed. Let me demonstrate to you. I'm going to click it right now. Put it close to my mic. Now, besides that, the position of the control panel is actually well thought. From my chin to the control panel is about 10 cm, just below my chin. And this means that it's actually very easy for the user to actually reach for the button and for the control panel if they wish to make any slight adjustments. And not only that, because it's actually closer, that means it's actually away from the hands, so it actually prevents accidental knocking. Now, especially when you're in the midst, you're very excited in the game, sometimes your finger might just brush across, but this one is actually far away because it's actually further up, nearer to your chin, to your mouth, so it prevents all these kind of things from actually happening. The volume slider on the control panel is pretty good. It actually allows you to make micro adjustments, additional micro adjustments to the volume up and down. Now, when it comes to workout, jogging, and gymming, all this kind of stuff, do take note that the G20 MK-III does not have any proper IPX waterproof rating. So in that case, I don't really recommend using these earphones for workout and exercise. Moving on to the third thing, which is very important to consider, is actually the built-in microphone quality. Now, the built-in microphone within the G20 MK-III is actually surprisingly good. A lot of times the person on the other end was able to actually hear me pretty clearly, and this is actually thanks to PLEXTONE's attention to the wrapping of the internal wires, especially the microphone wires, and this so that it actually prevents things like cross-talking, current sound, white noises. And in order to demonstrate the microphone quality, here are a couple of audio clips to actually demonstrate that. Remember to put on your headphones. This is how your voice will sound like on the iPhone 12 mini. This is how your voice will sound like on the iPhone 12 mini. Hi everyone, this is Johnny here. I'm currently indoors and I'm using the PLEXTONE G20 MK-III wired gaming earphones to record an audio message on my iPhone. So do let me know what you think of the microphone quality. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Right, you're currently in the game, so do let me know you can hear me nicely. Right, we are actually in the waiting lobby now. Right, enemy on the left, hey, it's behind you. Right, so do let me know what you think of the microphone quality in game. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a mic test on the M1 MacBook Air built-in microphone. Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a mic test on the M1 MacBook Air built-in microphone. Hi everyone, this is Johnny here. I'm currently indoors and I'm using the PLEXTONE G20 MK-III wired gaming earphones to do a microphone test via Zoom. So do let me know what you think of the microphone quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, this is Johnny here. I'm currently using the PLEXTONE G20 MK-III wired earphones to actually do a WhatsApp audio recording with my iPhone. So this is actually a WhatsApp audio recording. Do let me know what you think of the microphone quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, this is Johnny here. I'm currently indoors and I'm using the PLEXTONE G20 MK-III wired earphones to do a microphone test via WhatsApp. So this is actually a WhatsApp audio recording. Do let me know what you think of the microphone quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. So, at the end of the day, are they worth it? Should you consider the PLEXTONE G20 MK-III wired gaming earphones, or should you consider something else? Well, putting aside the one drawback, which is that it actually lacks proper IPX waterproof rating, I personally feel that the PLEXTONE G20 MK-III is a great alternative to big, bulky gaming earphones. The emphasis on lower frequency basses is awesome, and it actually increases my in-game experience too. Not only that, the microphone quality is also loud enough and clear enough not only for games but also for phone calls and video conferencing calls. In my opinion, the PLEXTONE G20 MK-III is definitely one of the best wired earphones you can get for around 11 to 12 US dollar. Not only for games, but it's also great for general users such as movies, videos, music, phone calls, and video calls. And there you have it. This has actually been my personal review of the PLEXTONE G20 MK-III wired gaming earphones. I hope that my sharing has helped you. If it did, it'd be great that you can actually give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the notification bell. But most importantly, do share this video with your friends who are actually considering to get gaming earphones. My name is Johnny, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!